Live option trading alerts, live option signals for November 2023. We didn't crush the market like we did in August, September, and October. And the reason why we didn't crush the market was that the market actually had one of its best months in around 15 years. Volatility fell from the 20s all the way down to 12. But in any case, we put on some hedges and we did exceptionally well. And we also set ourselves up for the eventual pullback once the euphoria that's currently in the market subsides. All right, let's go through all the trades. November 1st, IWM closed out the 170 and then financed that by selling a 154 strike put. I actually wanted to take ownership of IWM at 154. The market seems strong. Fed announcement at 2. Picked up $175 worth of credit. S&P up 44, VIX down 7%, and VVIX down 3.3%. We are trading at a new year-to-date high, November 3rd. SPX rolled this just in case. We'll sell some puts at the end of the day as well, since yesterday's put side will expire worthless. Picked up $160 of credit for selling puts. S&P up 80, VIX down 7%, and VVIX down 2%. We're trading at a new year-to-date high. S&P is up 30. We bought back one of the S&P calls. Closing trade in IWM. Here with IWM, we bought back the 178 and 179, and we financed it by selling a 145 September 2024 put option, 2 of them. Picked up $180 of credit. S&P up 40, VIX down 4.8%. November 6th, sold Blackstone January 75 put. Picked up around $58. Sold a put in IWM. Picked up $103. Here for the SPX Strangle, we picked up $125. November 7th, picked up $120. Good day for us. We're trading at a year-to-date high. 7th day in a row that the market will be up. S&P up 12. November 8th. Here we sold some put options in VIX. Here we picked up $100 for the SPX Strangle. November 9th. Picked up $140 for the SPX Strangle. S&P down 35. One of the few down days this entire month. And that was actually the first down day in 9 trading days. November 10th. Here are some possible hedges that I gave as suggestions. Picked up $160 for an SPX Strangle. S&P up 68. November 13th. Picked up $300 for the SPX Strangle. Friday's position will expire for a profit. S&P down almost 4. November 14th, S&P up 68. We'll need to watch the call side. Picked up around $200 for the SPX Strangle. Yesterday's call will expire for a loss. This is our first losing trade on 1DTE. I'll discuss it more in the summary text later today. So S&P up 84, VIX down 4%, IWM up 5.5%. We had our first losing trade with the 1DTEs, lost about 1 to 2 weeks of profit. In hindsight, I should have been more aggressive in closing it out. At the beginning of the day, I could have closed it out for about $3.50. One of the reasons I didn't close it out is because I'm not overly concerned about the market crashing up. Even a 2% move up is one of the best moves up this year. Even so, I don't think that this is best. In the future, I'll be much more aggressive in closing a position like today out early. I was contemplating rolling it, but if I had rolled it to tomorrow, I would only be able to roll it to 45.20 for a credit, and I felt that was too risky. We picked up $200 of credit with a new SPX trade. So that's actually our first losing trade in the 1DTE this entire year. November 15th, solid opening. S&P is up around 10. Picked up $180 of credit. S&P up 7, volatility up slightly. November 16th, we sold the GLD strangle. New opening trade, B plus grade. New opening trade for SPX, picked up $140. S&P up 5, VIX up 1%, and VVIX down 2%. November 17th, solid opening, market is down slightly. Picked up $80 in SPX. S&P up 6, VIX down 3.6%, and VVIX down 1.7%. November 20th, stable opening, S&P up around 9. Here we rolled forward the VIX trade from November 29th to December 20th, and we picked up a credit of about $38. Here we picked up $60 for SPX. S&P is up 33, VIX down 2.8%, VVIX around even. November 21st, solid opening, S&P down 14. Here we sold an SPX strangle, picked up around $100. S&P is down 9. November 22nd, I sold a call spread in VIX, and then I financed it by selling 4x of the May 2024 13 put options. That's a B plus grade. It's a ratio spread. SPX strangle picked up $100. S&P is up 18. Volatility was also down today. November 24th, picked up $100 in SPX strangle. There was basically no volatility that day. There was an 8-point range all day. Last Monday, S&P down 10, picked up $60 for the SPX strangle. S&P down 9. VIX and VVIX, so volatility in general, was up around 2%. Made a trade in NVIDIA, picked up around $138. I adjusted the GLD position by rolling up the 168 to 180.5, and then I rolled in the 194 call from December 15th to December 13th, picked up a small credit. Picked up $60 of credit for the SPX strangle. Volatility was unchanged. Here we bought some hedges with the S&P 500 using SPY puts. Here we sold an SPX strangle, picked up $80. S&P down 4. Volatility was up around 2%. Thursday, solid opening. The goal is to make consistent profits in all markets. Trading has been more difficult recently due to volatility being so low, but it's definitely not going to stay this low for extended periods. At the moment, I'm watching NVIDIA and Google. They're decent opportunities if they fall more or volatility spikes up. SPX picked up $60 of credit, small amount of credit, but it will increase substantially once volatility spikes. S&P up 17, volatility down slightly. And then the final day of the trading month, because there was a Fed announcement, I wanted to take some risk off the table, so I bought back 3x of the 4640 call options. Then I opened up a new trade in Google by selling the 120 by 110 put spread. Then I also rolled the GLD position from 194 to 196. I also rolled the December 15th one from 194 to 195. and I opened up a new trade in SPX and I picked up $80. The S&P was up 27, volatility was down, IWM was up 2.9%. We bought back 3 of the SPX calls earlier just to take risk off the table. We made 2 adjustments to GLD. So once again, this is the live trade alerts. You can take the 7-day trial. It's only $19 at beststockstrategy.com. You can visit beststockstrategy.com/memberships and take either the large account trade alerts or the small account trade alerts. There's also a course there if you want to learn about options trading. The price of the course is going to increase substantially. I'm already on day 9 of 12, and once I finish updating it, then the price is going to increase. So the current course, even though it's not inexpensive, is a great value. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will do my best to respond to everyone.